Hello and welcome to Snack Play Love, and tonight we are going to be playing some casual games with a deck that I've, oops, it's covered up, been working on, so to speak, which I've called Cephlapods, which is just octopi and squid and things, but it's more of a cycling deck, but in a very different vein from the red-blue cycling deck that we're going to almost certainly come up against. When we started playing the cycling deck, it was very rare, but it's certainly posted the good numbers, and it's a very cheap deck to do, and it's not as boring as Red Deck Wins, so a lot of people have been playing it. And if we see the Boris colours, we expect people to be playing little foxes and making them very big. This is cool, we can keep that. We don't need the white mana to start with. We've got both of our win cons and some way to dump things into the yard. Is that the one we're thinking of? Oh no, that's more interesting. They're probably more interesting than us. I'm going to play the red first, just so it looks a bit like with the red-white cycling deck, or a mono red aggro. Ah, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking that they were going to be more look at your hand, discard a thing. So. I don't know whether they'll be playing bounce spells or not. You can cycle into faeries. But I'm going to play Ominous Seas. So whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it, and whenever you want to, you can take 8 counters off it to make an 8/8 octopus. And this makes us happy. But you can draw cards faster because of cycling. You can draw cards faster because of Cathartic Reunion, drawing 3 cards. And sometimes you just draw for turn. So we can't make a fairy this turn, which is very unfortunate. I think we are going to carry on with that plan though. I was tempted to Cathartic Reunion, taking it up to 4 counters straight away. 5 if we manage to get the cycling card. We don't control a human or a non-human, so that goes to the bottom of the pile. Because it's playing a 72 card deck, which winds quite a lot of people up, the odds of drawing some of our 4-ofs are lower, but we move through the deck at quite a rate. So this is very interesting. He's going to make some big fat sharks, but let's cycle and see what happens. Because we probably want to put the recon mission down next turn. We want to keep Gust of Wind. We don't want Serpent. This is unfortunate. We kind of need everything. I'm going to have to do that. So, we have a fairy. We are 1 card draw off an octopus, because we will get 1 card draw at the start of next turn. Both of these are 2 versions. So, weirdly, he's got a 6/6. I'm going to assume that he doesn't have much bigger than that. Can we can't recon, so I'm going to wing words. We can magic mirror next turn. Well, that wasn't an instant, was it? That's a sorcery. So magic mirror costs 3 mana next turn. Draws us what's known in the traders a massive amount of cards. I mean, I'm trying to moderate the language like any children are going to find this channel. If you like 40-year-old men with British accents, here is the place to be. So, cycle. Make an octopus with 3 counters spare. 4 counters spare. Mountain for the turn. Now, I think recon mission. I expect everything to go absolutely horribly wrong. Wow, it didn't. That is that's almost disturbing. I mean, whenever I try and film these decks, they never go right. So I don't quite understand what's happening here. Do we still play a land for the turn? How many counters are on it? I'm going to presume he's going to board wipe and be cautious. Sometimes bouncing 1/6/6 shark is enough. I mean, I'd have loved to have been able to still draw 1. Well, no, to draw 2. Pardon me. Problem is, if we board wipes, we haven't got anything that we can Zenith Flare. Nice. I think we give him a nice for that. So, island. Oh God, we haven't got any white mana. Yeah, sometimes you cast Frostveil Ambush. That's a card. I just think of it as cycling, but that's bizarre. Wow. I mean, what time are we on? Do I stop here and pretend the deck always works? I mean, he has to know that my deck and his deck were very, very similar. But he just seemed to ramp into lands and get 2 sharks out and then not have anything. Finale of Eternity making 2 9/9 sharks was awesomely backbreaking, apart from the fact that I just happened to have kept the thing that I almost cycled at the end of the turn. If I'd have cycled that to get 1 extra fairy on his turn, then I'd have lost probably, because he would have been able to attack for 18 in the air. Although I could have blocked with the fairies, I suppose, but still, it doesn't look good. He got so many cards as well. He must have assumed there was no way with no way you could force the octopus through. He'd already seen the card that makes all kinds of sea creatures unblockable. We're going to have to cycle it in this hand, but it's fine. Weird that we didn't have the white mana though. I thought there was more white mana in this deck. There's probably more in that draft deck that we've been playing. Are they still going? Yeah, 5. Shit. Make some win from 5. At this point, I'm quite happy to lose fast to the Cauldron Familiar deck. Although, isn't that supposed to have a companion or two? So, oops. Magic Mirror costs 9, which is a ridiculously expensive card. But every time you cycle and put things like Of One Mind into the graveyard, oh, this is just a pile. I'm happy to play this. This is cool. It gets cheaper. Observe. Cycle. Magic Mirror goes down to 4 and 3. Boom. Ping you for 1. Now, we're going to need blockers for days against this deck. So, no attacks. He has to pay 1 life for his, but it goes onto the same stack. Ooh. Do I have my bounce spell? That's the question. I mean, I'm going to have to keep a Frostveil Ambush, because if his 2/2 becomes a 4/4 next turn, if I cycle that, ping Ya for 1, makes this cheaper, makes a fairy, this becomes 1 mana. I draw 2 cards. So much happiness. We still can't play the Splendor Mare though. Jesus. Okay, I know what I want to do. So this has Flash Mutate, so it can turn a fairy into an octopus. But he's got a 4/4. Yeah. Ooh, attacking with the 2/2. So, mutate onto the fairy, top it, no, over. So we get a flying octopus, which is everybody's favourite thing in the world. Ah, it's an unblockable flying octopus. Hopefully we'll get something to deal with the 4/4, which is now a 6/6. We draw a card off that, which makes us a fairy. Oh wow, he gave up. That's like, but we'd have done 3 damage. Then he takes 2 off the thing and swings for 8. Sometimes you don't need the lands. Ugh. Well, I don't feel like we saw the best out of the deck in the second game, but at least we got 2 wins, which makes us happy and tracks us, pardon me, for the week. I had a takeaway and I am that's right. But yeah, so basic idea of the deck, make sea creatures, hit people with it. I might film a second video of this, see what happens. Bye!